Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Keep It Real MMA. I just wanted to make this quick video before I go to bed. I mean, it's only 10 past 1 in the morning, that's early to me, innit? So, but yeah, I was gonna make a video on like, the Grasso versus, I can't say her name. I can't say her name, but you know what I'm on about. Um, I'll have her name in front of me so I can say it. Arujo, sorry, yeah, I can't say her name without seeing it for some reason. But yeah, I was gonna make a video on that, but apparently I forgot that card isn't thing until the 16th. It doesn't happen until the 16th. So that's my bad. So, but what I want to talk about in this video is I want to talk about Nickal's been in the news and stuff, and obviously Moreno versus Figueiredo 4 is happening. I'll give my prediction on that. I won't go too far into detail because obviously, you know what I mean, it's not that type of video yet, you know what I mean, it's when I get to the card or if I'm making a separate video on it, which I probably will make another separate video on it, go, you know, last minute in detail type things, and then I'll, you know, give a very detailed prediction on it. But for now, I'm just going to give a broad overview of it and then stuff like that, and then I want to talk about the news of Nickal, being in the news to do with Khamzat and stuff like that. So I guess we'll start with Moreno versus Figueiredo 4. Not the fight I wanted to happen, but the thing is, right, I didn't want Moreno to fight for the interim title as it was. I much would have rathered Kai Kara France versus Pantoja. That's Alejandro Pantoja. I would have much preferred that. Because the thing is, right, I'm just fed up of seeing Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo. I mean, they've already fought 3 times. The first fight was a draw, which it shouldn't have been a draw. Figueiredo clearly won that fight, right? Even with the point deduction. The second fight, Moreno won clearly. Obviously, he choked Figueiredo out. Fair enough. The third fight, Figueiredo clearly won 3-2. Clearly 3-2. So he should be up 2-1 on the trilogy, right? But it's 1-1 and 1, yeah? But it should be 2-1, let's be real. So this is how I look at it, right? Like, now Moreno, like I said, right, I'm known because for not agreeing with fighters getting title shots off of 1 fight win streaks. I'm notoriously against it. I made a whole video, and that video got a lot of traction, the Zhang Weili video, because she's getting the title shot against Carla Esparza, which makes complete and utter no fucking sense at all. Why the fuck is she getting the title shot? She lost twice to Rose, bearing in mind, yes, she got robbed against the second time against Rose, in my opinion. But now the champions are switched, so she doesn't deserve a title shot, because she's, so, if the title holder is changed, you shouldn't get the rematch anymore. You shouldn't get a title shot anymore. You should need to get 2 wins. Either in the top 10, 1 in the top 5, so, something like that, right? So what does she do? She goes and gets a win against Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Joanna wasn't ranked at the time. She's coming off a 2-year layoff. You get a very dodgy looking KO over her, and you get a title shot of an unranked 2-year layoff Joanna. No, I'm not gonna let it fly. And that video got traction. A lot of people commented. This one person commented. They thought I was wrong for saying it, but it's true. It's the same. I lashed out when Gaethje got the title shot after beating Michael Chandler. Absolute bullshit of a title shot. And I've explained this time and time again. The only person that I've basically seen coming off a 1-fight win streak, getting a title shot, was Colby. That was the only person, because he got robbed in that first fight. Multiple back of the head shots. Usman almost got finished in the third and did multiple timeouts. And Mark Goddard was very biased in that fucking very biased in that fight against Colby. So, I mean, like I said, right, if it's a very if it was a robbery, like, if it was a complete robbery, I agree with them having a straightaway rematch or winning 1 fight and then getting a rematch. If it's like they clearly lost, they need 2 fights and thing. If they get finished, obviously they need 2 fights and at least, and then they can get a title shot. But like if it's like a robbery or like a close fight, but like, you know what I mean, like most people thought they should have won, and it was kind of a robbery. Then one fight, get the title shot. I mean, which is what Colby did, and and not to mention it was a guy in the top 5. He fought the guy in the top 5 and got the and then got the title shot, right? So that's fair enough in my opinion, right? But unless they got completely robbed, then I mean they need to get a couple of wins. And the thing is, right, so Brandon Moreno comes off this loss to Figueiredo, and what does he do? He gets an interim title shot against Kai Kara-France, and fair play to him. He beat Kai Kara-France, who was number 3 in the world, yeah, or number 2 at the time, I think, right? Because he beat Askar Askarov. So okay, that's fair enough. But why the fuck would you give him the interim title shot? Because you know what happens if you win the interim title. Your next fight is going to be against the champion. Funny enough, when Colby won the interim title, he didn't fight for the title because he picked up an injury. They stripped him of the title, so they gave Usman the title shot instead against Tyron Woodley. So so Colby fought Robbie Lawler instead when he came back off the injury and then had the title shot. So he had to pick up another win again. So it's like, it's wrong. Moreno shouldn't get the title shot. He shouldn't have got the interim title shot. What should have happened is, right, they should have done him versus someone else in the top 5. So they should have done Pantoja versus Kai Kara-France for the interim belt. Moreno versus Askar Askarov too, because Moreno should have won the first fight. It was a draw, but they got deemed a draw. And then whoever wins out of Moreno and Askar Askarov, if Askar Askarov wins, he gets the loser of whoever. Like, if Askar Askarov would win, he would get the loser of who gets the title shot out of Kai Kara-France and Pantoja. I think Pantoja would beat Kai Kara-France again. I think they fought before, right? Bro, I fucking hate the flyweight division. Pantoja. They did fight, right? They did. Yeah. Yeah, they fought each other before and Pantoja won. So, it makes sense. So, that's the second fight. Moreno versus Askar Askarov is the second fight. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. And then if Pantoja were to fight Figueiredo, that'd also be their second fight. Everybody in the flyweight division's already fought each other. So it's a strange division, but yeah, that's how I would do it. As for the predictions, though, I'm going to go with Figueiredo again. I just think, the thing is, right, Moreno has a granite chin, but he got dropped a couple of times by Figueiredo. And that's what ultimately led him to losing the fight, because of getting dropped, which automatically makes it 10-9 round to Figueiredo. So it's like, I think the power difference is what's going to make the thing. Because I know Moreno dropped Figueiredo in that second fight and then choked him out. But what happened in the third, he couldn't drop Figueiredo. And I think if Figueiredo switched on, fully healthy and ready to go, he has the ability to drop Moreno. But I think this is going to be one of Figueiredo's last fights of flyweight. He's getting a lot older now, and it's going to be harder and harder for him to make that weight cut. So I think that this is going to be one of his very last wins at flyweight, and I think that this will be the last of the best of Figueiredo we'll see. And yeah, I got him by decision, by the way. So yeah, next piece of news is obviously Bo Nickal being asked about Khamzat Chimaev, him talking about Khamzat Chimaev. Now, this is my thoughts on it. Do I think that that's a close fight? Yeah, I do. And the reason I think it's a close fight, because Bo Nickal's striking is very good, and I think their wrestling is kind of on par. Because what people don't understand is, right, Khamzat Chimaev does Chechenian wrestling, and it's a different kind of wrestling to American and Sambo. Sambo beats American wrestling, in my opinion, because Sambo, you lock up the legs and then get wrist control, the Dagestani handcuff, yeah, the inbred handcuff. And then Chesnian wrestling is different. Most of their wrestlers are very fucking fast, and what they'll do is they'll shoot and try to get your back as quick as they possibly can. And that's what Khamzat does extremely well. He's so quick. The speed at which he shot on Kevin Holland and got his back was unbelievable. And that's what they try to do. But American wrestling, a lot of it, because I've done American wrestling myself. I've done a lot of wrestling. And I know a bit of Sambo and I know a bit of American wrestling. And a lot of American wrestling is preventing people from trying to get your back. And I think Bo Nickal is strong enough, and I think he's got enough weight on him to prevent Khamzat from just straight up getting his back like he did against Kevin Holland. Because don't forget, Kevin Holland was a very small middleweight as it was. And, you know what I mean, he was getting taken down by guys like Darren Stewart, do you know what I mean? So, it's one of those, but like, I feel like Bo Nickal has a very good chance. I think it'll be more of a stand-up match, because I think the reason Khamzat all of a sudden wants to go back down to welterweight is because he's just realised how much bigger some of these middleweights are. And not even that they're bigger, it's just he won't be able to get most of them down. Like I said, I think Paulo Costa beats him, and I think that Robert Whittaker definitely beats him. And I think he knows that. That's why he wants to go back down to fight Colby, because he has a much better chance against Colby at welterweight. I think that's what it is. So it's like, it's one of those, but I think if they were to fight, I think it'd be a very close fight. I wouldn't give a prediction on it, but I think it's a very close fight. Now, like I said, like the wrestling styles are different, right? But like, we all know that, you know, Dagestani wrestling, Sambo, I know it kind of trumps American wrestling, but I've never seen evidence of Chechenian wrestling doing that to American wrestling. And especially if he's a very high American wrestler, like, you know what I mean, how are you going to get his back when literally you're trying to literally prevent people from getting your back? That's the whole point of it. And then when you're offensively doing it, you're trying to get to the hips, I mean, on a double leg or single leg, crotch up, you know, high crotch. So it's like, it's one of those where it's like, I mean, like, I think it's a very close fight. Like, and a lot of it, right, with Khamzat, it's not so much technique, it's just how fucking strong he is, and he won't be able to do that to middleweights, in my opinion. So, I think it's a very close fight. But yeah, I agree with Bo Nickal, though. It's a close fight, and, you know, I mean, he wants to fight the best people, and that's fair enough. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you that come by. Don't know when the next video is going to be. Like, MMA's been really fucking dry lately. But yeah, appreciate you all. Please like and subscribe, like I said. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.